Hello, hi there. Let's get some cards out. It's Soothe from the Spiritual Alchemist. Straight away, what jumped out, the High Priestess. A beautiful connection to spirit. You know, it's your intuition. It is just sitting in you, sitting in your power, sitting in your choices, decisions. You know, everything about you. It is trusting and having faith in yourself and not doubting what you're getting from spirit. And that takes time, you know, to build your intuition. It takes a long time to actually get confidence and know that, you know, you can speak freely around your intuition and trust that it is actually bang on. It takes persistence, it takes practice. Your intuition is a muscle, so feel free to use that muscle as much as possible. The more you use it, the more connected you are. Okay, she is the divine feminine in the tarot. Excuse me, she is the divine feminine in the tarot, and she just, I don't know, she's just beautiful. Health-wise, she is fertility. So if you're going through any sort of fertility tests, this could be for you. She is also eating disorders as well. Got the Hermits come up too, so beautiful cards coming out. Really spiritual-based cards, you know, having faith, having belief. Going quiet when the world wants everyone to be noisy, you know, really pulling within and staying in your lane and just staying within you, and you will survive anything. These are actually beautiful cards. Got the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups out as well. So again, that journey through your spirituality is in there. I'm going to take that top couple of cards. Oh, it's beautiful. Empress and Chariot. So sorry, I was over here. Empress as well. Stunning. I am doing a tarot lecture soon, and it is based around symbolism, and the spread I've created is around Empress. So it's looking at symbolism differently to how you normally look at it. You know, some people don't look at symbolism. For me, I'm very when I work, I get lots of visions. I'm very sort of, I don't know, it's just visionary. I get pictures, I get little movies that run, just lots of very symbolic sort of way of working. So when I read the cards, I'm looking at symbols. I know what the card is, but I'm looking at the symbols. So we have some really lovely cards up. I'm actually going to pull this into a very spiritual reading. I can take it two ways. I can put it in a spiritual reading. I can put it into a fertility way. I'm going to do both for you, and we'll go from there. I've just got to pick one up off the floor. Judgment, beautiful. Your authentic self. It's the calling card. Archangel Michael wants you to step up, step in, step up, get out of that box that you are in, and allow yourself freedom to, you know, have dreams and possibilities and have faith and belief in that, you know, that this is meant for you, and you are, you know, you're just at the right place at the right time. Last card, Four of Swords, one thing on your mind. It's trying to quieten the mind. So everything we have coming out so far is to actually silence the chitter chatter that's going on, not only in your head, your heart, but collectively. The heart can be just as powerful as the mind. You know, the heart knows what it wants, and it will keep pushing, and it sort of activates the mind to talk and shut it down, you know, and they fight each other. It's a perfect scenario, you know, it's a perfect storm. So when you've got that head and heart pull, it becomes very, very hard. If you're in a situation at the moment where the head and the heart are battling each other, I want to say just really, really breathe. Just calm it down. You know, it'll be okay. Try and take yourself out of that conflict between the two, and just pull back in. You know, we've got the Hermit. We haven't got the Hermit for anything. We've got the Hermit because we've got the Hermit. So I really want to pull you just back into you know, what it is you're trying to achieve, where you're heading. If I'm looking at this spiritually, it's that quiet contemplation before a beautiful shift happens. And that being the case, you know, like, I think it just feels like it's got just possibilities that are endless, but it just wants a little bit of quietness, a little bit of connecting to self, connecting to nature, just isolation, you know, like isolation from everything. It's interesting, you know, because during COVID period, the Hermit was pulled as the COVID card. You know, it's isolation that everyone was put into when COVID was really in. So now that, you know, things are sort of happening in the world that are outside of our hands, again, we're sort of pulling into a different version of the Hermit. I want you to pull into this voluntarily rather than being shoved into it by you know, hierarchy. If you can pull into it personally yourself, it just is a beautiful birthing of something else that's coming up, you know. It's a connection to your intuition. It's a connection to, you know, the journey, that narrow path forward and what that looks like. It is not the head and the heart fighting each other. It's not, you know, feeling reactive or feeling targeted, or, you know, it's just this beautiful calm space. And I encourage you all just to sort of find that little pocket of time to actually sit in the Hermit's energy and see, you know, reflect on what your past has been and let it go, and then allow yourself to see what that narrow path forward looks like, because, you know, it will just sort of open up and just show you the way forward. I know that out of that period there comes a birthing of a new version of yourself, you know, a standing up of who you really want to be. You've been manifesting it, you've been, you know, really feeding some energy into that, and you've potentially, I feel you've had that vision, a clear vision of what it is you actually want. But along the way, perhaps other obstacles have got in the way, where sometimes it's out of your hands, sometimes it's just the way it is, you know. You want something desperately, you can't rush these things, you have to build your foundations. And so when I look at these cards, I know that after sitting in the Hermit for a period of time, you come out the other side with all your foundations ready. You know, you're ready to reap your rewards. You're ready to birth into, you know, the person or the being that you want to be, and you're ready to birth whatever situation it is. You know, whether it's a business or just a complete change of who you are. It is all up and ready to go, but it really shows me that there's these really strong foundations that are sitting at the base, keeping you strong, stable and secure. So it's not a rocky road forward. It's actually the brakes are off and you're off and running. Hold on to your hats, because it's going to be a fast move forward. So this is where I'm at. You know, take the time to actually connect in and have that quiet space, because once the wheels start rolling, once the motion gets happening, the momentum is just going to push you. I know that with this, and I'm speaking spiritually here, like this is like a real shift and a real ascension period for you. I know, you know, we have Judgment, and it is that real calling card. Spirit are calling you. They're wanting you to step up, step in. You know, this is your finest hour. This is your greatest, you know, your greatest purpose and passion. And some people, it's amazing. For others, it's like, well, what the hell is that? You know, what does that look like? You know, when I started out, I had no idea that I would be sitting here doing this today. You know, so you just have to let it unfold and just let it fall into place. But if you've got passion behind it, you know, if you've got this feeling of great joy and, you know, it just brings you just a beautiful warmth to your soul, well, then you're doing the right thing. So don't look for a finish line, because with your spiritual journey, there is no finish line. You know, it is just a place where we walk slowly and we evolve. And I would not change it for the world, you know. I look back at my journey and yeah, it's been a lot slower than I had thought and a lot slower than I anticipated, but it's been so much bigger and so much better than I could ever imagine, you know. And when everything sits in alignment, it just works. It's beautiful. It's magical. So just know that if you're at the beginning of your journey and you're trying to step out of that, just that chaotic collective energy, find your little place in your house or your apartment or wherever you live, in your community. It could be outside in nature, you know. Find your place where you can actually sit and shut your eyes and the world stops. If you can find that, just spend some time there, because that will catapult you forward along your spiritual journey. Okay. Meditation is key as well. Meditation is hard. You know, the Four of Swords is one thing on your mind. It is, you know, showing that you're thinking of something, but it is a beautiful card to stop, slow down, do some meditation, or find something that is meditation to you. You know, it could be, you might be a plant person. It might just be that you are spending your time just tending to your garden or whatever it is that feeds your soul. Meditation for you, because to sit and meditate and let that completely, it's a hard thing to do. So, you know, meditation could be listening to a podcast that has completely got you enthralled with every word. It gets you out of your head. So it's the same as meditation. It's a similar form. It could be that you've made a play set of, you know, really beautiful binaural beats or solfeggi music or just some acoustic music that just, you know, floats your boat. Listen to it. You know, it's the act of sitting and being still and quietening the mind. So if that is, you know, it could be just reading a book, sitting somewhere reading a book. Whatever you want it to be, let it be. To actually just sit there and turn it all off, it takes years and years and years of practice, dedication. I would never expect anyone to sit there and just go, bang, we're off. I struggle to do that, you know. I mean, I'm human too. So I know that in my journey, I've found my way with my meditation. If I want to meditate, for me, I sit in my crystals, and I sit and play with my crystals and just feel their energies and just look at their features, and just, it gets me out of what's going on in my day. The biggest thing is to shift the script that is running in your mind space. So if you can just spend a little bit of time moving forward on your spiritual journey and shift it, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. I look forward to when that happens. We've got beautiful cards today. Make a few arrangements around your spirituality and your spiritual journey, and step in and dedicate yourself, because Spirit's calling. The heavens are calling you. You know, it's the most amazing boss to have. I work for Spirit. I work for you know, whatever that is. I work for them. I'm of service to Spirit. So to have that as my boss, highly recommend it. If you've got the opportunity to step in today, go for it, because you'll be bloody amazing. I'm backing you all the way. Reach out to me if you ever want to know anything or you want any help, because I'm here, okay? I'm going to leave it with you. Good luck with everything, and, you know, they've got your back. Just go for it. I'm going to flick this reading now, and I'm going to flick it into a reading about fertility and that journey that some of you are going through at the moment. I know that it is very, very hard. So the High Priestess is fertility. It can be fertility issues. And I know that, you know, that can be a really, really big roller coaster ride that you are on. And for some, it has a beautiful ending, and for others, it doesn't. wherever you sit on that roller coaster, you know, I give you my love, I give you my healing, I give you everything I've got. It's a journey that would be just, you know, soul breaking in some points. So I just want you to know that there is potentially, if you're sitting in fertility, and I just want you to know that potentially there is something a little bit outside of the box that's going to come across in front of you. Again, going back to the very beginning, I want eyes wide open. So there is something coming across in the peripheral that will just shift your treatment, your course of treatment a little bit and push you in the right direction. It's not that you're not in the right direction now. This is going to add something that will take you forward. I know there's like a period of time where you have to have patience, and I know that that can be very, very stressful. And again, this Four of Swords card comes into play. But I'm feeling like if I can try my best to drop into this space, combine these two, meditation and the Hermit. So just finding, you know, where you are and just, yeah, just to really try and stop the head and the heart from fighting. I know that is hard. I know that sometimes your energy gets really down because you want something so bad. And, you know, just remember that this is your journey. These are your lessons. So take the lesson and you know, I'm okay and I'm on my journey because I know that it will have some sort of positive outcome, okay? I do have the fertility card and the pregnancy card within the spread today. So I do know that there is that beautiful reward at the end of the journey. It just allow the journey to unfold. You know, it's hard because, again, it's an open-ended journey. You know, if you're in this space, it won't be as fast as what you want it to be. You know, it's a tough journey. So I just know that you will succeed in that space, and when you do succeed, it will be, you know, you'll be off and running, and it will be a distant memory. But for now, while you're in it, it is really important that you just really just take care of you and be really in tune with your body, really be really connected to what you feel you need. Trust that more than anything. I know you've got a lot coming at you. I'm really getting shown like different people's opinions and people talk and it gets a lot overwhelming stuff. Hand on heart. No, this is my body. What do I need? Talk to her. She will tell you exactly what you need, you know. So that comes from that quiet period. So find yourself a little bit of a ritual or some sort of thing you can sit in where you might light a candle, you might just sit, play some beautiful music and, you know, just sort of tune into her. What do I need? Hand on your heart. And hand on your belly button, your solar plexus. And, you know, what do I need today? What do you need from me? Is there something I can do to make this an easier journey? Really talk to your body. Your body will respond. Your body will sort of bring something into your intuition. It might be food. You get the word food. Okay, so how can I change my food? Do I need to, is there something I can eat that will help my body not be, you know, so alkaline or so acidic, or is there something I can eat that will shift the estrogen in my body or the progesterone? You know, there's these little things that will come up. So if this is you in this space, it is key, and it's the hardest thing to do because I know this space will be really, really hard. It is key that you really tune in and really connect to you because this is happening to your body. You are going to be a phenomenal mother. You are going to be a phenomenal, you know, your beautiful cherubs are going to pick you because they want to contract with you. They want to, you know, they want to move forward with you. So just find your balance with your masculine, feminine, protect your energy and trust the journey because the journey is about to unfold and it will be exactly as you want it to be. You know, you will look back at this and just go, wow, that was a lot, but look at me now, okay? It is not forever. It is just for now, okay? It is coming, all right? I'm going to do something else. While I'm here, I just got an urge to, in my tin I've got, sorry, I won't rattle them too hard. I've got some charms. I just want to pull out some charms for today and see how they link into what we've got. It's just a little tin of things. I'm going to pull out, let me just dig down. Beautiful. Oh, nice. We've got the moon. The moon is out. This is the moon. This is purely, there we go, reflective of the moon card. They're like little tarot cards. So the moon card is all the divine feminine, you know, it's your intuition. So it's really backing up everything I've said today. What else have we got? We've got a little broom. It's gorgeous, a little broom. You can see it there. So this is about sweeping out all the junk out of your life. You know, shift, change, declutter. Allow yourself to remove whatever is not working in your life and, yeah, just move it out. If I see a broom like this, I want to, you know, get rid of all the cobwebs. So, you know, metaphorically, it's more to do with your energy than your house's energy. But, you know, cleansing energy within your house and decluttering, downsizing, simplifying can make such a big difference. Moving forward from there, I have got a beautiful person leaning up against a tree. You know, symbolically, it's sort of like, this is personal growth, spiritual growth. It just shows me that just, you know, sit in nature, go quiet, take your time, do whatever it is you need to do to find that connection to your soul and to within, to your heart. But if I turn it, it then becomes a key. And to me, this is essential for this, to unlock the future for you moving forward. So, you know, that quietness, that quiet time is just there. I just so love how things, you know, things connect. This is a little cross. So, you know, it's your faith. Look at the high priestess. Just here, she wears a cross. So, you know, have faith. Have faith in your heart and soul. Have faith in your journey. Have faith in the reason why you're actually here. And know that this shows me, you know, pull into your faith, pull into your heart space, pull into whatever it is you need. I've got hang on, let me change that. A little musical note. I'm not a musical person, so I don't know what one this is. I know you beautiful musical people out there will. But to me, you know, we talked about meditation. Listen to some music, listen to binaural beats, listen to solfeggi, listen to, you know, whatever it is that makes your energy shift and feel lighter. It's a perfect way to cleanse a house as well. You know, just put some happy music on, open the windows and just let it push on out. You'll never regret it. There's one more I feel we have to get. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. Sorry, let me go. A flower. Gorgeous little flower. So you're blooming, you're blossoming. You know, at the moment your flower may be closed, but you are. Think of it like the lotus. The lotus flower, sometimes you have to go through all the darkness to be able to come to the light. The lotus goes through the mud to come up to the top and to blossom into a beautiful flower. Think of this little flower like a lotus flower. It's just coming to the top of your dark mud, and that you know, you're going to bloom and you're going to blossom, and it comes from just your dedication and your path that you've been on. Be really proud of yourself, because it's been a journey and it's been a lot, and I really have faith in what you're doing, and I really believe that what you're doing is going to be so successful. I have no cards in here that are ugly or hard or just, there's nothing bad here. It's just beautiful. It's just showing it's just a process, it's just a time, and that it's a walk that you for your soul and your journey in this lifetime, it's here and it's up for grabs. So I wish you well in all of that. Like I said, I am here. You can always message me. And I will leave it there. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. For now, I hope you've had a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.